Well, Ricky, you've been with us now for 3 weeks.
Yep.
How are you finding Stoke City, first and foremost?
Yeah, really good. Settled in 3 weeks now. One of them weeks away with the first team on a training camp, and the other 2 weeks based here at Clayton Wood. So I've got to say everyone's been great with me, made me feel really welcome, and looking forward to the championship restarting on Saturday.
$1 million question then. Technical director.
Yeah.
What is a technical director?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think football clubs have their infrastructure, their kind of environment very different, and I think each club is different. They have different nuances for each club. So the technical director role here at Stoke is about supporting the first team. So my main role is to support the first team and work with the departments that underpin the first team performance. And inside that is obviously the academy as well. So I've got academy, sports science, medical, analysis, football operations. So, and obviously recruitment as well, which is going to be a major part in the January window coming up.
It's a big remit. What do you see are the initial challenges for you?
Initially, it's about, I've looked at my first 100 days. I've tried to break that down. So my first 30 days, and I'm now coming to an end of that, is about people. So I want to get to know the people, I want to get to know everyone at the training ground. So I'm going through that process at the moment. Once I've gone through that 30 days, I want to then move into process. And the processes are what it takes to be operational, and what can I bring to the football club, and what can I bring to the operations of the running of the training ground. And in the next 30 days, the last one will be about players, which then leads me into the January window. So I've kind of broke down the 100 days, I think, in an organised way. And I think if I address players, if I address the process, and I've addressed people, then I think performance will take care of itself.
And then after that initial 100 days, where it's very first team centric, will you then look at other departments around the training ground as well?
I'm doing that already.
Right.
So I've got a day tomorrow with the academy. So a whole day at the stadium, meeting all the academy heads of department, and we're doing an analysis, a needs analysis for the academy. And out the back of that will be some action points and some areas of us to work on, develop. So no, that's already in place, and that's part of the process of my first 100 days.
We'll come on to your relationship with Alex Neil shortly, but Alex, when he was talking about you a few weeks ago, he said that he expects you to uphold standards and expectations.
Yeah.
What does he mean by that?
I think what I've done in the past is looked at the environment is really key. So the environment of the training ground, and within that there's going to be some key pillars within that about our values and our culture, what the history of the football club means to everyone at the training ground. And that's really important that we respect that, but we also upheld the standards and the behaviours as well. So standards and behaviours will be saying creating a best in class, an elite environment. I'm working alongside obviously with Simon as well to come in on board at the stadium, and I think we can really join that up. Because he wants to improve and he wants to work on that elite environment at the stadium, and I'll be working on that at the training ground. So we'll be very, very much working together, creating a one club unity and a commitment that we all want to work to achieve ultimately what's the success on the pitch for the fans.
So when you talk about the environment, you're not just talking about bricks and mortar and facilities, you're talking about the mindset and the attitude.
Yeah, and also, you know, like when you sense it, how people interact with each other, how we communicate, that empathy, that respect for each other around the environment, how we don't work in silos, so how we make a multidisciplinary approach. That's going to be really important, because at training grounds you can very much work in your little bubble, and one, medical and sports science and recruitment and administration and analysis, there's so many different facets to running a training ground. So it's about me in having like that helicopter view and kind of like hovering around them all and bringing them all together, and also identifying when I need to zoom in and maybe help and support one department, and then I come out and then I hover and then I go back into another. And we're now getting to a period of the season, we all know that January will be the department I'll be going around the recruitment. So that where I'll be now spending a lot of my time in the next 30 days leading up to the January window.
You've clearly come here to be a success.
Yeah.
How will you measure whether you've been a success or not, do you feel?
Quite simply on the field will be how the league
Simple position,
and yeah, it will be, because ultimately all the departments will support the first team. So if we have a best-in-class and elite environment where we're producing the best players. We've got the fittest players, we've got the best players available, more available than not, the healthiest players, and etc., all the way through, then performance will take care of itself, and performance takes care of itself, then results will come, and results will come will mean moving up the table.
Now, you've worked with Alex before at Norwich, so there's a long-standing relationship there.
Yeah, there is. It was a long time ago now, so we've gone our different ways, and he's had his adventures into management, and I've gone on in leadership and management roles at other environments. I worked as a consultant for a period of time when I left Norwich, and that was great, working all around the world and working in Brazil, America and Denmark mainly. And then I got a chance to go into West Ham in a Premier League club, and a great environment, and spent nearly 4 great years there. So yeah, we've gone our separate ways, and we've been able to get back and reconnect with each other, and I'm looking forward to working alongside him.
And just tell us a little bit more about your backstory in football as well.
Yeah, so I was an unsuccessful footballer. Realised that I wasn't going to have the career that I felt I wanted as a child, and wanted to get into coaching. So I went into coaching. I worked at Cambridge, started there in '96, and spent 5 great years there. And then I went to Norwich, spent 15 years as a youth coach, and then developed into a leadership and management roles, and become academy manager and technical director, and then led into some opportunity to work as a consultant, and then West Ham as well. So I've had 3 clubs. This is my 4th club. Been in the game now full time for about 27 years, so I feel I've got some good experiences. I've travelled the world as well, so hopefully I've picked up and learnt some ideas along the way.
And has what you've achieved away from playing made up for the fact that you didn't quite hit the heights that you wanted to as a player, do you feel?
Yeah, you do. I've had some successes and promotions and winning trophies, and seeing young players make debuts, and seeing staff develop and go on to different roles in different organisations. So they're probably the way you get that success, and the way you get the buzz, that adrenaline, what you would do, different to winning a game as a player or scoring a winning goal. But no, there's certainly special moments in your career where you look back, and they're moments I'm really proud of, and I treasured. And I also now reflect about what it took to win them, and what it takes to win a youth cup, and what it takes to get promotion, and what it takes to get a 16-year-old playing in the first team. So they're great experiences and great memories, but I now want to create new memories, and I want to create a new kind of history for this football club.
Finally, Championship season resumes on Saturday with Cardiff the visitors. How ready do you feel we are for the remaining 25 games of the campaign? Yeah,
I think we are. I feel we've had a good 3 weeks now leading up since they came back from their break. We had a small break off, and in the middle of a window of a winter period. It's quite strange. It's unique for everyone. So we've got no previous experiences of what that looks like. So we've attacked it as a mini pre-season break. Going away for a week was really good, and then we've been back here, based here for 2 weeks, and played a game at Loughborough on Friday, and now we're all ready to go on Saturday, and we're hoping we'll have as many players fit as available. But there will be players coming in and out of the team like you expect over a very busy Christmas period as well. So we'll be certainly needing to use the whole squad. And we're flexing the squad because that rotation of players is going to be really vital, and then we're hoping that we can hit the ground running on Saturday.